Stanley Cup blew up this year. Let's take a look at exactly how they did that so that you can do the same with your business. So Stanley Cup has actually been around since 1913. If you actually look at the brand name is actually Stanley 1913. So they've been around for over 100 years. So it's not some new craze that came all of a sudden. What happened was great marketing. So let's take a look at their marketing. One, they decided to do an identity switch. So when they first started, they really were targeting construction sites. So they would make tumblers, coolers, anything to keep your warms and your cools cool. So when you're outside working. And what made them blow up this year is that they started targeting sneezers. Now, sneezers are what I call people who push your product and infect everyone else with it, right? So when someone's sick and they sneeze, then they get you sick. And so instead of sneezing sickness, they're sneezing your brand, in this case, their product. So they targeted suburban moms, they targeted teachers, nurses, just everyday suburban average people, but who come into contact with lots of other people, right? Teachers have hundreds of students that they see every day, or in a school where thousands of students. Nurses work in hospitals, they come into new people every single day. It's not someone trapped in an office who only sees the same 5 people. So this is a smart tactic because what happens is their product naturally is something that you carry around with you all day. You're drinking water from it, it's good for the sustainability, for the earth, and not only that, but they made sure that this thing was huge. You're carrying that around, it's always bright colored, it's always in your face, it has the logo on it, and people are always sipping from it. And so this all allowed it to proliferate from the sneezers. So other people saw it and be like, oh, this is great. Oh, let me get one. Oh, this is healthy for me. I want to drink more water too, right? So it's enabling people to do something that is health enabled, that everybody wants to do, well, anyone who is health conscious wants to do. And this actually brings us to the next point that they did, is they tapped into the whole wellness TikTok sphere, right? So TikTok did the heavy lifting of this product going viral, as it does in today's day and age. Yeah, so they tapped into the clean girl aesthetic. This is just your average suburban girl having their drink with them. I'm healthy, I drink water, right? Wellness people who want to say, oh, I'm healthy, I drink water. Look at my Stanley Cup, my Stanley tumbler that I have right here. And so what it did is it let TikTok do this handling, do what it does, and just proliferate and get more people onto it so that it can start going through their targeted niche that they decided to target this year, which was, again, suburban people, moms, sneezers. It's large, it's logoed, and it's colorful often. There's all different sizes of colors, there's all different kinds of bright colors, so it catches your eye, and when you see it, you know exactly what it is without even seeing the logo. Just looking at the shape of it, you know, this huge lugging around thing is definitely a Stanley Cup. With that, they also leveraged scarcity. So scarcity is just, they did things like seasonal drops. So they had seasonal colors, they had brand enabled colors. So I just saw on the site that they had one with Love Shack Fancy. They did a brand collab with like Target. So Target had an exclusive one that they did. Love Shack Fancy made their own tumbler in partnership with them. And so they're doing all these things where it's an exclusive, limited seasonal drop, where it's only now is the time you can get it. Other than that, you're not going to get any more. And what this does is it's really smart because it makes finally getting it a user-generated content event, right? So if you're waiting super long, because they always were constantly sold out too, another thing, scarcity. If you're waiting super long or a couple weeks or a couple months to finally get a tumbler or the one that you want and you finally get it, this gives you a reason to post about it and be like, oh my gosh, I finally got my tumbler. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's test it out. Let's see what it looks like. Let's unwrap it. Let's unpackage it. And so this, again, is going through network effects of virality. And that only comes because of scarcity. It's not an event if it didn't take you a lot of effort or time in order to get it. So just very smart, like virality metrics and architecting that they're doing here. And then lastly, they had an accidental viral moment, and this is what really sent them over the edge. I'm pretty sure this is actually what like started the whole craze. But there was a car fire, so a car was on fire, and a Stanley Cup was in the cup holder, and it survived. The Stanley Cup survived. But not only did it survive, meaning that like it didn't melt, it didn't get destroyed in the car, you know what also survived? The ice within the cup. The ice within the cup in a car fire remained ice. It did not melt. That shows you that that thing works. So not only do they have an incredible product, but they demonstrated the use of it, the value of it, in a way that is leans into the purple cow effect. How many times are you seeing a car that's lit on fire that has a Stanley Cup with ice in it and the ice survives? Like, that's amazing. You don't see that every day, right? You're going to share that with other people, be like, oh my God, look what happened. Like, this is crazy, right? And then two, it was a genuine event. Like, that wasn't planned, that just happened. And they just happened to benefit from that. So it was genuine, it demonstrated the product, it showed its value, and it leaned into the purple cow. So this is what all makes for a viral moment. And Stanley Cup is the one who got to benefit from that virality. And as a result, they had an incredible year with tons and tons and tons of people using their products, showing other people how to use their products, getting other people to use their products. And I'm sure their bottom line in 2025 was way up. So good job, Stanley Cup, since 1913. And these are the different things that we can do for our businesses, or you can do for your business, in order to, expand your reach. So just as a quick recap, they've been around for years on construction sites, but they started to target their identity versus function. So instead of saying, oh, we'll keep your ice cold or we'll keep your thing warm, they started targeting teachers, suburban moms, nurses, and just a clean girl aesthetic, just people who are everyday people but come into contact with a lot of people. They leverage TikTok and social media and virality, right? They also leverage scarcity so that it became an event when someone finally got one. And then lastly, they had a viral moment, and that really pushed them over the edge. So what are you going to do for your business? And how are you going to promote your business? This is all for you to decide. Maybe you can use some of these tactics. Leverage some scarcity, get some user-generated content by making it an event when someone gets or uses your product, target sneezers so that they promote your product for you, and just make sure you're targeting an identity of people, or your target customer is people who come into contact with other people often using your product. So clothing brands, that's going to be a great one. If someone wears your stuff all the time, other people are going to want to wear it. And as a matter of fact, we're going to go look into Fear of God Essentials and how they also went viral this year too. So stay tuned for that. Check out the other videos, and make sure you go to vcmsuite.com, where we have all the tools for you possible to build your creator business and make money online.